Welcome back to the next video in Learning Google Docs for Beginners. If you remember when we left off, this is what our document looked like. We had the picture of the cat, we had a comment, and that's really all that we've added. Just a quick review. If you notice, we've been all the way across here now, and we finished here. So we're going to do some things to get this back to normal. So the first thing is we talked about the comment. Comments, when you resolve it, you can click it if you've answered that question and it just goes away. So that's kind of a nice way to get rid of it. I've actually used that and had it be very productive with students. So my next thing, I'm going to go to the zoom piece and I'm going to change this down. Let's see what 90%, I want to go a little smaller. Let's go to 75. Okay, so we're going to spend some time now working with this picture of this great cat in the snow. When I click it, it gives me some choices. And the first thing is it gives me handles all the way around the outside, like any image that we can work with. I can change the size by dragging, clicking and dragging. If you hold the shift key down when you grab a corner, it will keep the perspective, not perfectly, but better than if you don't. And this dot on the top allows you to spin the picture so you can rotate it around. So I'm going to put it back at 0. If I can get her back, there we go. But look on the bottom. Now I have these choices, and this says inline, wrap text, break text, behind text, and in front of text. So let's see what each one of those do. Inline is what it's set on now. So it just thinks it's a big letter. It's just putting it right where it would go. That's where the next place that you would click and type. That's where it is. This one says wrap text. So if I click that and I move this picture around, you see how it bumps the text out. I'm even going to make it smaller so you can see it more obviously. So as I'm moving this around, it's kind of changing the text. It's kind of a neat feature to have. And I don't know if you've noticed, but as I drag across and I go to the right, that red line pops up right there. That means I'm directly in the center. And so if I drop it there, it's centered halfway from each side, each margin. That's wrap text. Next thing is break text. So that just says, okay, we're going to fit that picture in here, but it's going to move everything else down. Now, there are some things I can change, the margin that I can change around it. And then I can say, do you want it to move with the text or do you want it to just stay right where it is? And I think that's pretty self-explanatory. If it moves, it's going to move. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This next one is behind text. So this is going to put it like that. It's like a move to back. And that's kind of cool. You have to be careful of your text colors and things to make sure you can see it, but that's kind of a neat feature. And then the last one is in front. Well, that's going to do what you think. It's going to block the text. Most of the time, people use this one, the wrap, and then they just kind of position it where they think that it looks the best, and then they'll leave it like that. So that's kind of cool. Notice when I click on this object or this image, my menus change dramatically. I can do some things with the image. I can change the image if I want, but all those lettery text things went away. As soon as I click off of that picture, now they're all back. So now I'm dealing with everything but the image. To get the image again, I get the 4 arrows. I click, I have the image back. All right, I'm going to move this down a little bit because I'm going to work a little on the text. We're going to look at our next buttons, and that's these 4 right here I want to spend some time on. These are alignment buttons, and they're pretty important buttons. They allow you to do some things that you're going to want to have the option to do. This one is left aligned. That means that everything is lined up on the left side of the dock. That's how it's set. That's its default. That's just how it works. Center. Well, this is the thing that I was working with, so it centered the word hello. If I want to get rid of that, I can go click this arrow. What happens, I'm going to pick all of this red text, and I'm going to click center, and it's going to move it, so now it's centered. Notice that it's not even on the sides, but it's centered right in the middle of the page. Right justify, or right align, clicks there. Now everything lines up over here. There are times you want to use that. They're pretty specific. I don't see you using that much in day-to-day stuff. And then the last one is justify, and that means that it's spaced evenly all the way around. And it does by changing spacing between the words and the letters. So to review, we did picture editing, and then outside of that, we did text editing with left, center, right, and justify. Hope you enjoy this. Watch for another video coming soon.